This is Pod Populi, podcast for the people.
Welcome to the Real Pink Diaries, a podcast about the beautiful chaos of figuring it out as you go.
Hosted by three close friends, each episode creates a safe space for honest, unfiltered conversations about the in-between moments of adulthood.
From building businesses to setting boundaries, we're here for all of it. With humor, vulnerability, and heart, it's not always polished or perfect. It's the Real Pink Diaries.
I am Natalie.
I'm Amy.
I'm Melissa.
And we are so excited. This is our very first episode. I'm a little nervous, not to say the least. I'm not going to lie. How are you feeling, guys?
Yeah, definitely nervous. I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's the whole point of Plandish.
That's the whole point.
I'm not used to these lights on me. I definitely feel like a deer in the headlights at the moment. I can't believe we're sitting here.
I know, we're making this happen. This is really a dream come true. And so our first episode, we're going to really dive into that and talk about what is it that we're doing, what the podcast is about. And we're going to talk about who we are, our backgrounds, some of the journeys we've gone together, and some of the future topics, which we have so much fun coming up on the shows. Amy, you want to give your take? So what are we doing?
What are we doing? That is a very good question. When we were talking about this idea, we were talking about creating a safe space for us to honestly be vulnerable and support each other and really connect with others, because we can feel so isolated and lonely in our adult lives, quote unquote. Like, I pretend to be an adult, or I try. But at the end of the day, it's your girlfriends or your close community that really support you and pump you up. And it's so hard to find sometimes that I really wanted to create a scheduled time where I can actually get this going. Because sometimes it'll just never happen if you don't, you know?
I agree. And just creating this space where we can actually have this excuse, literally, to meet and have fun, have great conversation, real friends, talking real life, being very relatable to people, build community around it, and hopefully, help people with their whatever they're going through in life, the chaos, the happiness, the fun, anything, because we're humans and we're just all learning and growing at the same time.
Yeah, we really want this to be a space that's honest, creative, supportive, like a conversation you would have with your close friends. And also we want it to be easy, like when you came up with this idea, I was like, oh yeah, that would be fun. That would be great. And then I got a little overwhelmed with the idea of how to podcast. Like what is podcast? So I think, everything's been really easy. And I think we're all kind of like still figuring this out as we go. Yeah. And I feel like it's been great because it's also like kind of been an outlet for creativity so far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We had so much fun with all the startup process and creating our logo, our colors, our platforms. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that there's an ease to it. Like with friendships, you're not like here, can I have your hand? Like who wants to be friends with someone who's doing this to you? Sorry, that might have been too much, but you hold on tight, you show up, you're there, you're honest, you're there for them. But at the same time, like you're not controlling. So like this whole process, like, when Natalie,
which we're gonna talk about
when she went to go get her wedding dress, I think you tried on like 3 and then you're like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah,
done.
That's
it was way too fast. I tried on like so many from so many different, I couldn't make a decision, and she tried on 3 or 2 or something, and she was done.
The first place we went to, the third dress, I said, this is it. And that's the person that I am. If something that I like just clicks with me, I stop looking for anything else. That's it.
Yeah. So, I think the thing, like when we've been friends though, like being friends with people, it's been pretty like even the creation of this, it's been pretty easy.
Yeah. Collaborative.
Yeah, for sure. Like, well, Amy and I started with a project, right? We were both in art school, as one does.
We're the weirdos from art school.
Yeah, like as one does, one goes to art school. So so then we were like, oh, I should definitely move off campus. I should definitely move someplace where I'm going to have to start cooking food for myself. That was a good idea. But it's a different experience that you want to have. So, we were both in art school, and I think Amy and I were both looking to, move off campus and have that experience. And Amy was actually walking through the studios of the art school.
Loudly saying, does anyone want to move off campus? I need someone. It was, and it was.
That sounds like you.
Yeah, I'm a little boisterous and just say what I want and kind of have no filter, but I'm working on that. But at the end of the day, it was a beautiful environment in art school because we would bring each other food, make sure we were sleeping and or find places to crash under desks. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I just never left the studio. I was there all the time. So it's not surprising that she found me because I was there. What else does one do in a beautiful city of Savannah? They just don't leave their art studio.
I mean, everybody kind of knew you because you would talk to everyone.
Oh yeah. I talked to everyone. I was in school. I was let's have a conversation.
And so also now that we're talking about ourselves, can you tell us your background?
Yeah.
Where are you from? Family?
So I met Amy, and I grew up on the Treasure Coast and in Fort Pierce. Mm-hmm. And then, we graduated into the recession.
Oh, that was so much fun.
And where does one go when there are no jobs and it's recession? One goes home. So
we both did, actually.
Yeah. So I came back to Fort Pierce, and Amy followed her family from New York to, what was it, a Boynton or?
I think we landed in Boca. But yeah, originally I was from New York and then slowly migrated south as I went to school in Savannah in Georgia. And then my parents were like, let's get out of the north. We were done. So as soon as I went to school, did the whole migrating to Florida as New Yorkers do. Then when I
still do.
Yeah, they still do.
They're doing it all the time. It's the thing to do.
But yeah, so they moved. And so when I was off from school, I would just vacation, and it felt like a vacation. It didn't feel like going home because I was going to a different home I never grew up in.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it was a little bizarre. I couldn't find my people yet. But I would, do these meetups and hopefully find friends. But yeah, originally from New York, I have an older brother, so I'm the youngest.
How old is your brother?
And my old brother is about 2.5, almost 3 years older than I am. It's good age gap.
And he asked Amy to do art projects for him and this beautiful painting that Amy still hasn't completed.
Why do we have to bring that up?
Because Josh, when he's listening to this, will appreciate that I brought that up.
Yeah, you thought of him. Okay,
actually, you want to know a really quick funny story about the bridge painting? My husband now and my father kind of came together and decided, because I was living in my parents' house at the moment, the unfinished bridge painting that my brother commissioned me to do for his sister's his sister-in-law's wedding. It's a long story on why I was commissioned to do this. Anyway, it never got done. I never had the heart or was really into it to finish it. So anyway, my husband and my father decided to sneak it into my current house. And it's right now against the wall, not facing me because I can't face it, against the wall behind my bathroom door, just so that I don't have to look at it all the time. But yeah, that's where it lives right now.
Okay, to be honest, in its incomplete state, it's pretty good.
Oh,
we
thanks,
just need
Miss.
to find an art student to finish it for you. If anyone listening is interested in getting a painting of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay, so Natalie, where are you from?
Where I am from, yes. So I should probably, this is a good time to talk about my name. I am originally from Cuba. And Natalie is not my birth name. Yaima is my birth name. And as you would say, probably pronounce it properly in Cuba, Yaima. And so because of my change of careers at real estate in Palm Beach, I decided to change my name. And honestly, I agree at the time, and I resonate with Natalie, and I love to be called Natalie. So that's where we're making all the effort.
We are trying. We are making the effort. But I would like to also point out that Yaima Natalie, her brother, who is 7 years younger than her,
yes.
His name is also Yaimel.
Yeah. So Yaima Yaimel.
Yeah.
Very creative in your family.
Yes. And your
twins, but not really.
And your grandmother who recently passed was Gladys, and your mom's name is Gladys.
Yes.
Oh, actually, I never put that together. That's funny. You have repeating names in your family.
Yeah, we have repeating names in our family.
Yeah.
And I have loving brother, 7 years younger, but we have a great relationship. I mean, growing up always was a little bit big gap, 7 years, but we made it work, and we love each other, and we've gone through like 2 different countries, my whole entire family, and it's so many adventures, and
So I think that I'm sorry to cut you.
No,
so I think that that's something like kind of significant about your family is that like when Natalie completed high school, they looked around and like, okay, we need to find more opportunities. So then her whole family, the whole family, not just everyone moves, or not just Natalie goes off to school in Spain. No, the whole family moves to school in Spain.
And it's funny that you mentioned recession, because that was exactly in 2007. So we moved from Cuba to Spain, my entire family, between 2007 and beginning of 2008. And it was the crisis. So we got there when things were starting to get a little like too much, but we went through. I mean, it was always a lot better than what we had in Cuba. Obviously, we were so lucky and so blessed to be in Spain. And we really had a great 6 years there. When we went to school, we worked, we had jobs, we really grew up as a family and living in a different country, but also just learning a different system, everything, different culture. And then coming into the States back in 2013, oh my God, I can't believe it's been 12 years.
Kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So my best friend Amy is one of my best friends from college, but my actual best friend, Namrata or Nikki, like, you know, when you first go to an international student's house, like they don't really have a lot of furniture. So it's like starting off furniture.
Yeah. Cause you're starting in a new country.
Yeah. So when I first went to Yaima's, like, you know, most people don't like immigrate to a country and then buy a house, but they did. Yes. But it very much felt like the international student vibe. Like you guys had some nice pieces, but it was still like you could really tell you were building up.
Yeah, you're building your future.
Yeah. And then it's just and how many houses since then?
Oh yeah. How many times have you moved?
Well, we moved a lot, but really, yeah. So when we came from Spain to the United States, one of the big things that my parents had, like they thought, if we're going to make this move again to a different country, we want to have a house. Because for them, my parents were in their 40s, 50s, and just moving from scratch, just starting again, for them was very important to have a roof. And because of we were able to make it happen. Back then, the houses were very, very affordable.
But it wasn't. I will say this: like, it was a nice house in a convenient area to an area that was developing.
It was perfect,
but it backed right up to the turnpike.
Oh yeah, and that followed me because the house that I owned in Panther Garden had an I-95 on my backer too.
But as someone, so to bring it back to Amy and I, when we lived in Savannah, we lived on Jones Street. It's the most beautiful residential street in America. And there's that expression, keeping up with the Joneses, and it comes from Jones Street. And so, like, you know, we met the real person we were trying to keep up with right now. Like, Yaima is on a house. What is this? 5, 4? Amy just purchased a home. I'm like, can I just have a car that's not 20 years old?
Oh my God. It was funny. It was actually funny. Like, 2 broke college students on a really, really nice street in Savannah. But it was so much fun. We had such adventure. We had the neighbor who would like walk his cat with a leash.
Oh yeah. I cut down so here's my claim to fame. Which I hope this doesn't come back to bite me. But so I was friendly with all the neighbors. Like, I became friends with all of the neighbors. And there's a portion of the street, what you would define as like, there's in Savannah, like Jones Street is the antithesis of a complete street. So you have like the 2 drive aisles so both going one different way. Then each street, then you had the parking, and then you had like a portion where the trees were, which in Savannah, the trees are a huge deal. And then you have sidewalk, and then you have the house, so 0 lot line. But in Savannah, like where I lived, our little tree well, there was this one tree that had grown up that no one paid attention to, and it would qualify as a weed tree. So me and the neighbors, everyone hated it. I cut down a tree on Jones Street I cut it down with the
Didn't you
with
get in
the,
trouble for that though?
yeah. We had to pay, like, I didn't get all the security deposit back, but I did. It was by committee. I did it with all of the neighbors. The lady that lived downstairs with us, the couple, the lovely retired couple that lived that owned the other half of the house.
Yeah.
The guy that walked the cat also helped.
Well, it seems you had a great experience.
The community came together.
Yeah.
Take down a tree.
Yeah. I mean, and unfortunately, but I mean,
And
yeah, we've both have, like, we've all come together and had weird adventures together at the end of the day.
Yeah, so so like I live about an hour north, but we've had some like fabulous like travels together. Yeah, we all kind of coincide on career. At least Yaima did in the beginning.
We all
Natalie.
have the architectural background in common. That's actually how I met you.
Yeah.
And then you connected me with Amy.
And I was like, oh my God, a normal person in my area. And it was really fun actually to find your people.
Yeah, it was so exciting for me too, because I was living in Port St. Lucie, but I was working in a store and on this architectural firm. And then one day, I see Missy, you come upstairs and you introduce yourself and do you want to come to this whatever networking professional event? I'm like, you always been so good connecting with people and also very social, right? You agree? So that's how we met. And then through the architectural world. And then we met Amy. I met Amy. To be honest, the very first time, I don't even know how we met.
I don't remember
know somehow,
either.
like we did, like shortly after I met Missy.
Yeah. It was probably one of the architecture events that I organized.
But then like we grew from like just doing professional things and we started having fun and like we were burning the candle on both ends. I'm not gonna lie. We were partying hard and working hard.
Salsa dancing.
Yeah. We went on trips together. We went to Pennsylvania. We did like the whole architecture exploration of that.
I love that trip. That was a lot of fun.
We had so much fun. We like crammed like 5 people into one bedroom.
And then we did the same thing again in Orlando the next year.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And then like Amy, what was Asheville before or after?
It was after.
So there was a kayaking trip.
For your birthday. Amy.
Yeah, I really had this dream of doing this bioluminescent kayaking where the kayaks are clear at nighttime and you can see like the bioluminescence in the water. I was like very excited about this idea.
Yeah, when you texted us about it, we were like, "Oh, this sounds very, very exciting."
Yeah, and
I
got a group of people to like dedicate their time to go, and so we booked this Airbnb. We're so excited. We're driving up there. I said, "Guys, there's a grill at the Airbnb. Can you like bring a bunch of food and coolers?" And we could just have a great night. And then we get to the Airbnb.
And this was at Tacos. What's the name of the place? Tacoville or something? I don't remember.
Titusville.
Yeah. So Melbourne.
Yeah.
Cape Canaveral. I think we were actually going. I think the kayaking was actually in the Cape Canaveral like wilderness like reserve.
It was like in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's preserved because of the Cape Canaveral stuff there. I remember we were driving then when we got there. I was driving like on a dirt road. I'm like, my Jeep feels like it belongs here. I'm like, oh my God, please don't let there be any loose sand because it's only 2-wheel-drive and I will get stuck.
Yeah, gotta watch out for that.
Yeah. So anything that could go wrong
went wrong on this trip. So we get to the Airbnb and we're putting in the PIN and it's like beeping at us like it doesn't agree. And then it just stopped making any noises. And so I'm like, what's going on? So we called the lady. She was not helpful at all. She was like, well, the cleaners were there earlier. I'm like, how does that help us now? And then
Plan
she just,
B or C? No.
Yeah. There's no like, can anyone come and meet us to open it? And nothing happened. So we had all this food that we had to load back up in the car and like find a place to stay. Yeah, that was not fun.
That was not fun. And we were like about 10 of us.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of us.
Quite a bit of us. Everybody was arriving to the Airbnb and we were stuck. Waiting, we can't get in.
But that's the beauty of like having really good friends is like they'll just go with the flow. Someone found a hotel, someone else found out like a place to eat. And like, through like a good network system that we had, we just handled business. Yeah. We ate a really good
We had
meal.
Coolers and we ate the food.
Yeah,
it didn't go bad. And
so I don't think this was 2020. I think it was 2021. But this was like was like the first thing that I had done like outside of like work.
So to have fun and it didn't work out.
I was so scared the whole time. I was so scared.
Yeah. And not only did the Airbnb not go right, but like it started raining really hard and winds. And so I don't know how we ended up near the dock. everybody was in a poncho and or covering themselves. It was like raining sideways.
Nasty weather.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I
And
jumped
it was
in.
like one of my first time meeting Tom, your husband.
Yeah.
And he's like, should we go in? And I'm like, Tom, you don't have to die to make me feel better.
I did jump in. I did jump
We
in.
are
the
like-
You
water.
did jump in. I remember
did.
that. I don't know why. Like, it was cold, girl.
It was
Wasn't that
cold,
cold?
raining, windy.
I think I had to go to the bathroom. I think I had to pee. Like, and then what do you
Oh my
do if you're
God.
out in the water and you have to pee? You jump in the water. It's,
I mean, it was like swales, though. Like, it wasn't even
that bad. It wasn't. That
I
bad.
mean, I wouldn't go in it. That was,
I have tried to paddle out into a hurricane before, not realizing it was a
Are you
hurricane.
serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to surf. I'm not very good at
Yeah.
it. I should get rid of my boards, but I don't.
Well, I'd never done it, but it seems very cool.
yeah, no, you've taken me once and I almost like tumbled over. I was like, okay, that was a little bit rough.
You did well because the board to size ratio of
Of
you
me?
was well.
Yeah, I'm a short person. I'm
Mine, I'm
God.
like I stand up and then like you start to feel the board going. It's terrifying. My friend Dee Dee is really good at
Oh, yeah?
surfing, and I'm just like I have my pretty. It's so pretty. Look at it, it's so pretty. It
Yeah.
can live in my room. It's so
Yeah.
pretty. But enough about that. So
So we have Asheville. That was actually nothing went wrong. Well,
Well, a little bit.
A little
wrong.
bit.
Everything goes wrong in my life. Like, I wake up the night we're supposed to get on the plane and I call Natalie and I say, I have such a bad earache. I'm scared to get on a plane, but I'm going to make this happen. And me and my husband, I don't know if he was my husband at the time. I don't remember.
yeah, y'all were still
We
dating.
were dating. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is dating time right before marriage. We get in a car and we just drive up and my husband fulfilled his fantasy of driving a minivan.
Oh yeah. So
oh
we
my God,
tried
he was
the
so happy.
So Yaima's husband works for Honda, and Amy's husband wants a minivan,
Really bad.
and he
Really
wanted a minivan like pre-child.
Oh, well, no, he has his hobby is biking and cycling. And so he's like, I can fit how many bikes in a van? Let's do it. And I'm like, what is this? Like, we don't have kids yet. What are you doing?
It's
Yeah.
also super comfortable to drive a minivan because you're like up higher, but you have like the chassis of a car, and then like the sliding doors. Oh my God,
Yeah.
sliding doors.
Anyway, he had a great time riding this van around,
Yeah.
trying to convince me that we should get one. It was very fun.
He
Yeah.
drove it the whole time.
And so you called me that they were supposed to leave to the
Yeah.
airport, right? That morning.
Yeah.
And to let me know that you were not feeling well, but you were going.
I was going.
regardless.
I'm going.
You
'Cause
were
I was like,
determined to
I
go.
need a vacation.
Yes. So you drove all the way to Asheville.
Yeah. And then we went on hikes.
I
and we
went on
had-
hikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
it
the
was
then
fun.
Fillmore.
and Amy is like recovering
And
this whole
cooking.
time
Yeah.
and doesn't like think like I should do a COVID test.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was
Like
not
she's
on my
sick,
radar.
but she's like, oh,
Wearing a
COVID.
mask
I
too.
don't
I was wearing a
know.
mask.
I don't have COVID.
Also, you may not remember, but I was pregnant. There.
Yeah,
Oh,
no one knew though.
No, I
suspected.
I suspected.
Really?
You suspected
I had
was?
no idea.
You don't ask
Also,
people
I'm
they're
like,
pregnant.
it's very easy to pull one over on me. I'm very clueless.
Why? How?
Well, you were saying that you were gaining weight. You had to sit in the front of the van because you were getting sick. You were eating crackers all the time. Hello.
Yeah, you were eating
I
crackers.
was eating crackers.
Yeah, you
and
sat
then-
in the front of the van eating crackers.
So it was Brian, Amy's
Also,
husband.
I also ate a lot of spaghettis, and you're like, "Oh, you're kind of hungry." I'm like, "Yeah, this is really good."
that was regardless of like. I mean, there wasn't anything that went really sideways on that trip.
No, we had some.
Well, I mean, hiking, we had someone fall in the water.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
who doesn't
that's-
want to walk behind a waterfall? I mean, and you might fall in the water. My God.
you
Well, it was-
suddenly disappear. We
Yeah.
didn't know where you went. Like we were not.
we
paying
were
attention.
talking and we heard a splash and we thought it was like a kid and we
kid
turn
falls.
around and you're just wet.
I feel like it's just like a missed opportunity for you guys that you don't walk behind a waterfall.
Oh, but the good thing is like Brian went right away and helped you. So
Yeah, he
and
was
then
a
you had a
savior.
change of clothes.
I
So
did
we
have a
continued with
change
our
of clothes.
hiking after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went all good. I think that those are some of the highlights, and I love that we've done that together. And I feel we should do that more in the future
Yeah.
because it helps us really connect with on each other, like our friendship, and grow and just have memories and experience, which is really what you take.
I have plans. I have plans for this
Oh.
podcast.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, one, I would like to do an episode about chicken, but they don't sit
Oh my
down.
gosh.
Oh God, this chicken episode.
Yeah, but I also think it would be fun to like have some adventures together. I think
Oh, yeah.
like it would be fun to get out and like have some like not necessarily Florida man adventures, but Florida adventures. Like there's stuff like like that's happening in the state that's like just really interesting, like the Florida Wildlife Corridor that like kind of leans on some of the agricultural lands and preserved lands to allow wildlife to move through it. So I'm like, hey, let's get out and explore some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go out there.
I mean, getting out into any wilderness is definitely going to be an interesting experience with the three of us.
I don't know if I
agree.
Like, but what is Florida? Is Florida have wilderness? Like,
I mean, it's like swamps. I don't know. Alligators mainly. Just don't go near water.
yeah. I mean, I
We
don't
may
know.
have to go out of state.
I don't know how you define wilderness.
Well, okay. I mean, nature. Let's put nature in.
Nature is a good. Nature is a good
nature.
fit.
We'll do that.
And that also brings in like some of these other like amazing like things that are happening here that like you don't realize. There's so many amazing things that's happening in our own backyard though.
Yeah. But can I say that I'm so blessed and I'm so fortunate to have found you guys and met you back in 2014.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. And it's funny because I am Cuban. You are Jewish.
Yes.
And you're
I think
American.
A wasp. Do you know what a wasp is?
Let's not get into that.
We're so different. That's like my point.
I mean, it's
but
like
we're
the
still,
majority of
right, but like we're from different backgrounds, but we came together and we
Yes.
support each other through the weirdness of life, and like we're always rooting for each other at the end of the day.
And even like at my wedding, do you guys remember my wedding reception? I had
so
the most fun ever.
Yeah,
at my wedding's reception, and thanks to you guys, like you were the soul of that party. Like my
like
family loved you, and they had so much fun. Like that was my wish. The day of my wedding was I just want to dance and have fun. And I remember all this food and all this stuff. I didn't eat or drink. I was just dancing and having fun and laughing. And I didn't want the night to end. And I went to bed that day. Like I wanted to keep going. I had the best time. And I know your wedding was really amazing too.
It was a lot of fun. I got married in at December 2020. So there was like 5 people at my wedding.
No, there was like 20 or 30.
No, it was about 15. There was like
mine was
literally
2021.
You were, I mean,
but I loved, like, at the end of the day, it made I didn't have to worry about anyone else. I got to actually enjoy the day with my husband because I was surrounded by very close people that I didn't have to take care of and check in on all the time. You know, like I actually enjoyed my wedding, which was, I mean, apparently from what I hear, very rare.
Very rare. And the main point, you really want to enjoy, is be present.
And to show your love with the people you love around you.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, my one regret is that Brian's family couldn't be there.
Right.
But my husband's family couldn't be there. And they found a way to integrate themselves. They like recorded themselves and we played it during the ceremony of wishing us well and wishing him well. It was so beautiful. As soon as his father's voice came on, my husband started bawling and he didn't know. It was a surprise for him. So it was, I don't know, it was finding certain ways to make it perfect for you and having the support system around you to make those days special and to have those unique, moments.
And now you are married with Brian.
Yeah. And we have a kid.
And you have a kid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Eliana, she's adorable.
Yeah.
And she's now how old?
She just turned 2. She's a little, I mean, I'm not looking forward to, apparently 3 is the worst. So crossing fingers, but she's so much fun. I'm not going to lie. She's so much fun at this stage.
I know she is. And she's so beautiful. I see both of you in her.
She looks exactly like a clone of Brian, but thank you.
She's a doll. She's so beautiful.
And then you have Ethan.
I have Ethan. Yeah, he's my beautiful baby boy.
Yeah.
And he looks nothing like me. He's all his daddy.
doesn't.
Yeah, he's just a bit like blonde hair, blue eyes, kind of strawberry tone. I mean, it's not really strawberry, but
no, but they they're Irish too. So I think he got some of those genes. Yeah, definitely not from me. Yeah,
but let's clarify. Tommy is half Cuban too.
He's half Cuban, so his mom is Cuban and his dad is American, but also half Irish. So there's a combination of all of that.
You got a good mix in there.
Yeah, but he does. I mean, I hate to use the word pass, but if you just like look, he's white passing, so you wouldn't know that.
But he can switch that, flip that switch. That's how you say that.
Yes.
And he can just go in Spanish, and I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, he can. And he can dance too.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, you guys danced like professionals. It's kind of intimidating, but also really, really entertaining to watch at my wedding. And then me and Brian get on the floor and we're the goofballs, like air humping each other. It was just retard. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. But at the end of the day, I don't know. It's good to reconnect.
It was great. And it's also so good that we're doing this right now. And we're just kind of like going back on memories and adventures that we had together and our journey. So, and we have so much coming up to the show and on the podcast. We have so many plans and ideas.
Yeah.
And we want to talk in the next episodes. We have, life, work balance, how to manage our time, how to figure out our chaos, how to live through,
how to manage it all.
And,
like pretending not pretending, but like not everybody always has it together all the time.
Yeah.
And we want to, showcase that and say, this is the chaotic version of what I went through. And I'm so happy to have you guys on to like support me through it.
Me too. I am so excited. I think this is going to be great. And just having the outlet where we can express and just bring all these topics. And I think people are really, truly going to connect and relate to where we're going to.
We hope they do. We hope
they do because
inspire something, right?
Yeah. But at least we're having fun. And that's the whole point of it. Like being us, having fun, being authentic.
And also finding a safe space to be vulnerable at the end of the day, because you don't get those moments too often in life.
No.
And then it like piles in the back of your brain and you're crying in a corner and you don't know why. So let's avoid those moments.
Well, maybe I shouldn't disclose this because like it might make me seem like a loser or something, but I live with my parents and they've been gone on a camping trip with my sister's family and co. They have matching campers. It's so cute. And I worked from home like the last 2 days. Y'all, I think this is the first time I've talked to people in real life.
Let's avoid those moments or acknowledge them, decompress, have our therapy session, right? And then, grow from the weird chaos of life.
Yeah. And just for people who are listening, just bear with us. This is our very first episode and we're figuring this out as we go. And we're so excited for our evolution and how we're going to keep progressing with the podcast and just bringing on ideas and guests and just keep it exciting.
And some of our ideas might even be a little bit more basic, like chicken.
Okay,
please.
Chicken. Chicken episode. I don't even know.
And how do you if you eat chicken, how do you prepare chicken? What do you do with the chicken? What are your life goals because of the chicken? Also, even more exciting, why do you not eat chicken? I'm telling you, the chicken episode is going to be great.
We will talk about
you'll have to tune in for
that. Might not be our next episode, I promise.
But I mean, if y'all are going to listen to that chicken episode and you're going to love it, we would also like to acknowledge we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing right now without their support and
guidance
and for real, because we have no clue what we're doing.
And our producer Travis here and our editor and Julie has been fabulous to work with as well.
Christina, Brian, all of them. They're a great team. And
and thank you everyone for being here.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching our very first episode
of us ramble about random things.
Thank you for listening. We had so much fun and we'll look forward to spending time with you in the next episode.
Please subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Real Pink Diaries. You can also find us on YouTube. Check out our show notes for additional ways to connect with us.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.